We develop from the negatives.
Oh wow, it's tough. It's deep.
Challenge makes us better.
Uh-huh.
When something's difficult and we go through that difficult thing and we come out on the other side of it, we feel amazing.
Uh-huh.
And you can't feel amazing, truly amazing, unless you went through difficulty first.
Uh-huh.
If you just feel amazing all the time, like I'm just amazing and life is amazing and I'm just happy all the time, you're miserable on the inside. But you gotta hide that with this false bullshit all the time. And then you address that in them, they'll deny it every time. No, I'm just a happy person just the way I am. Like, let's look at your behavior.
Uh-huh.
Dead giveaway. Like, people don't understand it at all. Pain is not the enemy, folks. Pain is the teacher. Pain is the gift.
Uh-huh.
Dr. Paul Brand years ago wrote a fantastic piece of work called Pain, the Gift Nobody Wants. What a great work. I read it last spring. Fantastic book about his whole life. And dealing with people that can't feel pain. You know, leprosy, that kind of stuff. He says a pain-free life is a horrible life. Absolutely terrible. You don't mature. You don't grow. You don't learn. You keep making the same mistakes over and over because you don't feel the pain of the mistake. So you keep doing the same stupid things all over again, over and over and over.
Okay.
That's why, you know, my generation, I'm Generation X.
Uh-huh.
You know, we were the feral generation,
Uh-huh.
which means our parents didn't know where we were most of the time.
Okay.
We weren't even in the house most of the time. I was a latchkey kid. I got home from school, walked a quarter mile from the bus to the house, went in the garage, knew where the key was, unlocked the door, went in, changed my clothes, make myself something to eat, go watch my Gilligan's Island, then go do my chores. And I was 7 years old, handling my own business.
Uh-huh.
Okay? 7-year-olds nowadays can barely go to the bathroom by themselves. I was picking a rock in a field at 7.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Generation X were just, you know, I don't know if you remember it, you're still probably a little bit too young for it, but they used to have a thing on at 10 o'clock at night on the news every night.
Uh-huh.
It's 10 o'clock at night. Do you know where your children are? That was on every night.
Uh-huh.
Because most of the time parents had no idea where the kids were.
I see.
We just raised ourselves pretty much. Okay? So you're tough. You know, and you had to learn through pain.
Right.
You know, oh, I stuck my hand in that hole and I got stung. All right, don't stick your hand in that hole anymore. And the reason I learned that, because it hurt really bad.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes we had to hurt really bad many, many times over because we're stubborn and didn't learn. After a while, you learn. Pain teaches.
You're right, yeah.
Pain motivates. Pain makes people go, how can I get rid of this pain? Medical system sweeps in and says, here's something to make the pain go away. Look how good we are. We took your pain away. Aren't we wonderful? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, you are, doctor. You gave me a drug and now my pain is gone. I feel so much better. Thank you very much. What improved in you as a person? Did your behavior improve? Did your thinking improve? No. You're the same schmuck that caused the problem in the first place, and now you're drugged up. When the drugs wear off, guess what comes back? The pain. Because you didn't change.
Uh-huh.
So welcome the pain. The pain will change you for the better. Welcome the struggle. Welcome the difficulty. Welcome the insult.
Uh-huh.
If people don't affirm your gender, fine, you don't need it.
Yeah.
If you need that, then you're not that. No one who knows who they are needs other people to affirm who they are.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
Yes, it's true.
Deal with the pain. Deal with the... If people don't like you for the way you are, fine.
Uh-huh.
That's what do you need that for? Do you need them to like you? No, you don't need them to like you. Why would you need them to like you? Who gives a shit?
Uh-huh.
Do you like you? As long as you got that, you're good to go.
Okay.
And then what'll happen is you'll be yourself.
Uh-huh.
And if you're just yourself, guess what? The people that like you for who you really are will like you regardless. And the ones that can't stand you will go away. Problem solved.
Okay.
But if you're trying to get everybody to accept you and everybody to affirm you and everybody to love you and see you the way that you want to be seen, you're going to be miserable and frustrated your whole life. Because you can't please everybody. And you're trying to get something from people that you probably don't deserve. And number two, they probably don't give a shit to give.
Uh-huh.
So why do you need all that approval from other people? I learned that in my first training camp. 3 false values. They go, name value. They said, write down 3 values.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know what values meant. So I said, recognition, acceptance, and approval. And then he said, here's 3 false values that people fall prey to. Recognition, acceptance, and approval. I'm like, oh God, I'm one of those people. I need other people to recognize me. I needed other people to approve of me. I need other people to accept me. What a miserable existence I had.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's all bad with too. So
Oh, sure.
it's really good. No?
And that really woke me up. I was like, if you live your life for recognition from others, acceptance from others, approval from others, affirmation from others, you're miserable. You're all stuck in your head. You're driven by your ego. You're not yourself. And all you've got is some little identity that you made up that you're desperately clinging to try to survive in this challenging world. It's your ego. That's all it is. To identify with something means to make something into your sense of yourself. I identify, therefore I'm adding that thing to me. I make it into my sense of who I think I am, which means by definition that whatever you identify with is not you in essence. I identify with the Houston Astros. When they win, I'm happy. When they lose, I'm sad. Does that mean I'm a Houston Astro because I identify with them? No, I'm not an Astro. I ain't getting paid. Okay? All right? But I identify with it. So I feel emotions one way or another. I'm not identified with the Minnesota Vikings. I could give a shit they win or lose. I don't care. Unless they're, or that's a football team. Minnesota Twins, that's my mom's team. But if they're playing my team, well, I want them to lose. Okay? Because I'm identified with the Astros. But that doesn't make me an Astro. Whatever a person identifies with is not themselves.
Okay.
So someone saying, I identify as such and such. That which you identify as cannot be who you are in essence. Who you are in essence doesn't need any addition. It's whole the way it is.
Okay.
And then you're attaching something. It's like you have a $3,000 suit on, okay? This suit has got everything it needs. But I'm going to put some spray paint down the leg to make a racing stripe, okay? Because I'm a racer. That's dumb. You added something to something. You can't identify with something then become the thing you identify with. That's not how this works at all. You're adding something that's not you to your sense of self. So as soon as I hear people say, I identify as, I know that whatever they say next is not who they really are.
Okay.
Automatically know that. But they don't. They need me to affirm that, to accept that, to recognize them, to approve them in that way. And I simply can't do it because it's not the truth. You want me to lie and deceive you so you can feel good and comfortable and I can look like a good person in the eyes of other people with the same affliction? No, I'm not doing that because that would be mean. That's not nice to do to somebody. If I had an uncle who believed that the voices in his head were actually true, it's called schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Uncle Bob, the clock is talking to you and it's telling you should go out and shoot the car tires out with the shotgun today. Yep, that's totally true. That's nuts. You don't do that. That's not helpful to that person. You have to remember, no, the voices are just in your head, just your mind talking to you. And the same with these poor people. It's like, no, you're not a boy. Okay? You're a girl. Okay? Or you're a girl. You're not you can't change from one gender to another. That's a genetic impossibility.
Yes.
I don't care how much. You put lipstick on a pig, it doesn't make it into a model. Okay? It doesn't. I don't care how much lipstick or hair or eye makeup or all that stuff. I can put that on in Halloween. I love Halloween. I love putting on costumes and makeup, all kinds of stuff. But that doesn't mean that I'm a vampire now. Just because I put on a vampire costume and vampire mask and vampire